The Poor Boy Who Outsmarted a King. The king believed he owned everything: the land, the gold, the army, even the future. No one had ever defeated him, not with swords, not with wealth, not with intelligence. Then one morning, a barefoot boy walked into the royal court, carrying nothing but a small wooden box. By sunset, the king would question everything he believed about power, and the lesson hidden inside that wooden box would be remembered for generations. Because sometimes, the strongest weapon in the world isn't force, it's the ability to think differently. Chapter 1. The boy nobody saw. Long before legends were written, there lived a boy named Elias. He owned almost nothing. His clothes were patched together. His shoes had holes. Most nights he slept hungry. People ignored him because poverty has a strange way of making people invisible. But Elias possessed something no one else valued. He watched while others rushed. He observed while others argued. He listened while others chased money. He studied people. He noticed the baker smiled only when customers weren't looking. He noticed merchants lied differently, depending on how rich the buyer appeared. He noticed powerful men feared embarrassment more than failure. Slowly, he realized something. People rarely lose because they're weak. They lose because they misunderstand human nature. Chapter 2. The King's Challenge. The kingdom was ruled by King Aldrin. He was brilliant. He had conquered neighboring lands. His treasury overflowed with gold. Yet, his greatest pride wasn't his wealth. It was his belief that nobody could outsmart him. One day, he announced a challenge. Whoever defeats me in a contest of wisdom shall receive enough gold to change their family's future. Thousands came: scholars, generals, judges, merchants. Every one of them failed. The king defeated them with logic, with riddles, with impossible questions. Soon the challenge became entertainment. People traveled for days, only to leave humiliated. Chapter 3. The Unexpected Visitor. Then, a poor boy entered. The guards laughed, the nobles whispered, even the king smiled. "You?" he asked. "You believe you can defeat me?" Elias bowed respectfully. "No, your majesty. I believe you can defeat yourself." The courtroom exploded with laughter. The king leaned forward. "Interesting. Explain." Elias placed the small wooden box on the floor. "I have only one request. Whatever happens today, promise you will answer honestly." The king laughed confidently. "I have never feared honesty. I accept." Chapter 4. The first question. Elias asked, "What is the most valuable thing in your kingdom?" The king answered immediately, "My people." Elias nodded. "Then why do they fear speaking honestly to you?" Silence. No one moved. The king hesitated. Finally, "Because they respect me." Elias smiled gently. Respect and fear are twins that wear different clothes, but only one tells you the truth. The room became uncomfortably quiet. Chapter 5. The Wooden Box. Elias slowly opened the box. Inside, nothing. The king frowned. "Is this some joke?" "No. The box is empty, just like every ruler who believes he already knows everything." Some nobles gasped. The guards reached for their swords. The king raised his hand. "No. Let him continue." Chapter 6. The Mirror of the Mind. Elias asked another question. "When did someone last tell you that you were wrong?" The king searched his memory. Days, weeks, months, years, he couldn't remember. Not because he had never made mistakes, because nobody dared point them out. For the first time, the king felt uncertainty. Power had built walls around him, not walls of stone, walls of agreement. Chapter 7. The Invisible Prison. Elias continued, "Your Majesty, have you noticed? The richer a man becomes, the fewer honest friends he keeps, the more powerful he becomes." the more carefully people choose their words, and eventually, he mistakes silence for wisdom. The king lowered his head. Every sentence felt painfully true. Chapter 8. The Greatest Trick. The king finally asked, "So tell me, boy, how exactly have you defeated me?" Elias smiled. "I didn't. You defeated the illusion that you already knew everything. The moment you questioned yourself, you became wiser. I only handed you the mirror." Chapter 9. The King's Realization. The king looked across the royal hall. For years, everyone had praised him, everyone had agreed with him, everyone had protected his pride, but no one had protected his growth. He understood something extraordinary. Intelligence doesn't disappear overnight. It slowly suffocates inside comfort. Chapter 10. The Greatest Reward. The king stood from his throne. He walked down the steps. The entire court watched in disbelief. Then, he bowed to the poor boy. Not because Elias was richer, not because Elias held power, but because wisdom recognizes wisdom. The king ordered that Elias receive enough gold to transform his family's life. Then he made an announcement. "From this day forward, I do not reward those who flatter me. I reward those who challenge me." The kingdom slowly changed. Farmers spoke. Merchants offered ideas. Generals admitted mistakes. Innovation flourished. The kingdom became stronger. Not because its king became smarter, but because he became willing to learn. Final lesson. Strong ending. Years later. People no longer remembered the amount of gold Elias received. They remembered the lesson. A full cup cannot receive more water. A closed mind cannot receive more wisdom. The poor boy never defeated the king. He defeated something far more dangerous, the king's certainty, and perhaps the greatest prison any person can live inside is believing they already know enough. So the next time someone disagrees with you, don't ask, "How can I prove them wrong?" Ask, "What might they see that I don't?" Because the people who change their minds often change their lives, and the greatest victories are rarely won over other people. They are won over our own pride. Final reflections. Lessons from the poor boy who outsmarted a king. As our story comes to an end, one question remains. What made a poor boy more powerful than a king? It wasn't money. It wasn't status. It wasn't influence. It was wisdom, humility, and the courage to keep learning. The greatest lesson from this story is that true power begins the moment you stop believing you know everything. Pride closes doors, but humility opens them. The wisest people are not those with all the answers. They are the ones willing to ask better questions. So, how can you apply these lessons in your own life? First, become a student every day. Read books, listen more than you speak, and stay curious. Every person you meet knows something you don't. Second, welcome correction instead of resisting it. When someone points out a mistake, don't see it as an attack. See it as an opportunity to grow. Every correction is a shortcut to wisdom. Third, observe before reacting. Like Elias, learn to watch people carefully. Listen to understand rather than to reply. Many of life's greatest lessons are hidden in silence. Fourth, never judge people by their appearance or circumstances. The greatest ideas can come from the most unexpected people. Respect everyone because wisdom is not reserved for the wealthy or the powerful. Fifth, lead with humility. Whether you're a parent, a business owner, a manager, or simply someone influencing others, invite honest feedback. Surround yourself with people who will tell you the truth, not just what you want to hear. And finally, remember this. Real success isn't measured by how many people admire you. It's measured by how much you're still willing to learn. The king became greater, not because he gained more power, but because he gained a new perspective. The poor boy changed an entire kingdom without raising a sword, only by changing one man's mindset. So today, ask yourself, what belief am I holding on to that could be limiting my growth? Because one humble decision, one honest conversation, one new lesson could completely transform your future. Thank you for listening to The Poor Boy Who Outsmarted a King. If this story inspired you, carry its lessons into your daily life. And remember, the strongest mind is not the one that knows the most. It's the one that never stops learning.